Mon to the air on 1st and 10. This one complete to Scott Miller. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Mon. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year, with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Mon. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Aaron Donald, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Mond out of the shotgun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Space to run past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that? That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 46.
You know what? Why don't you just start over?
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for Bengals TV.
Come on.
Now this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Bond going to throw it. And that is incomplete. The pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. 5-3, their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Buying time to his left. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Tannehill. They're going deep downfield for Boykin. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. Charles, I don't know what's going on in that defensive team meeting room, but they better keep it rolling. 3 picks last week, 2 here now in the first quarter.
Everyone talks about creating turnovers and getting takeaways, but until it gets put into action, it's just talk. And right now, it's in action and in a big way. Now they've got the receivers wondering if they have to turn around and play more defense instead of running routes trying to take the ball downfield.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef, that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 12, Mon. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off at the 38. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Tannehill. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. On second down now, it's Jones, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
They run with Jones on first down, but he'll struggle here just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Mon now off of play action. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it. Holding on to the football. He's having a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill going deep for Hopkins. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Kareem Hunt on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals continue to pull away here in this first half. Boswell good with the extra point. And it is 28-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. And what everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the gun, here's Mon. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
After the sack on first down, Mond. And he's got the hook up to Moore. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Third down from the gun, it's Mond. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Jones. Oh, what a juke into space. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 56 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. On first down, here's Mond. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Mond. On the right side, this is Miller. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Aaron Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Steelers 7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. At their own 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Tannehill going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Tannehill on 3rd down. That is taken in by the tight end Finn. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. That's an execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the rally's on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Mond looks to throw on 1st down. His throw incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mond. He finds his man, complete. That's more. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Mond looks to throw. Again, he finds more. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bengals drive about to get going. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Here's Hunt. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Play action. It's Tannehill. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A give right side now to Hunt. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Mon. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great play there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Steelers. Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Steelers 17.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Tannehill's throw into the hands here of Hardman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run. For McCole Hardman, I mean, he was the only guy with 2 of the top 10 fastest runs in all of 2019, and he's showing that that was no fluke. He was moving there. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Tannehill now to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
To the air again, Tannehill. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Mon to the air on 1st and 10. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. On 2nd and 10, Mon. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mon going to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
The
big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. The low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Coming to you. Mike 54. Mike 54. Here. Check.
On first down, it's Hunt, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Mike by four. Hey. Let's go. Check.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 112 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10.
Switch up.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. On the counter, Hunt fights loose, and he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw in that play, he'll run right through those.
Touchdown, Bengals! Noah Fant, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Bengals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 2nd down, here's Mond again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. There he goes, left side. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Hunt is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Looking to throw again on second down. Mond. Oh, look at the catch there by Moore. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he's brought down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Forced out to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Here's Mond. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Mond. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Casey Hayward. And he will take it across midfield and down the 45. CD, this defense, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. 7 yards, the pickup there.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On second down, it's Hunt. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run the counter. Hunt. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Kevin Byard. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And the Steelers are going to take over here up near the 40. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield.
And now here's another interception. Picked off with great anticipation. He's at the 50, 30. 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. So that one will be accepted. Throwing now, Tannehill. Going deep for Hopkins. And that is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, standing just about on his own goal line. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. To throw again on 2nd down, Mond. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 41. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cincinnati, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.